The similar thing about a camel, most of you must have heard this hadith. So one time, Rasulullah ﷺ was traveling. He had a mule, if you know. We discussed this last time. He had a mule and he was going on that journey, and he had with him Abdullah ibn Jafar. And you know who that he was, right? He was the son of his cousin Jafar ibn Abu Talib, who we discussed in Battle of Mu'tah, how he was shaheed and so on. So he was his son. So they were both traveling, and Rasulullah ﷺ wanted to answer the call of nature, wanted to use the bathroom. So now he was looking for a place. So there was an orchard of an Ansari, a land full of trees and everything. So he said, this is a place I can relieve myself. So when he entered there, he saw that there was a camel there. And this camel, when he saw Rasulullah ﷺ, it started to cry, and the tears was just coming out. So Rasulullah ﷺ approached the camel and stroked and on the behind the ears and the raised bone, and slowly that camel became calm. So Rasulullah ﷺ, he asked, who is the owner of this camel? Who is the owner of this camel? So this Ansari, he came out and he said, Ya Rasulullah, I am the owner of this camel. So Rasulullah ﷺ said that, will you not fear Allah regarding this animal whom Allah has granted you possession of? This camel is complaining to me, and it's saying to me that you hurt it and let it work too hard. It's complaining to me. So the story is actually that this Ansari, he used to, he had all these lands and these trees. They would use camels to water these trees. And if you have a big orchard, you would actually use animals because you cannot do it yourself. So that the camels would help out. And so he was overusing that camel, and to the extent that the camel couldn't take, but he was forcing it and being very cruel to it. So Rasulullah ﷺ was, now the miracle here is that he was able to talk, and the camel knew that this is the person whom I can talk to, can help me out. The camels knew, animals knew that, the deer knew that, and this camel also know that now I see a person who can understand me. The people couldn't hear the camel, but the Rasulullah ﷺ somehow managed to communicate with the camel. And the Ansari would have got surprised. How does Rasulullah ﷺ know that I am overusing this camel? Because it's something new, right? So this happened, and a young Ansari, he came to realize that he was indeed doing wrong. But the thing here that I really like is Rasulullah ﷺ, he didn't say, don't overuse this camel, this is bad or something. He used this word, fear Allah. Fear Allah. Because now it's a very serious thing. It's not just about good and bad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can punish you if you are not being good to animals. Yes, it's true, you can eat camels, you can slaughter in an Islamic way, but it doesn't mean that you can torture them and kick them or beat them, whatever. It's haram. You cannot do that. And we also mentioned, I think before, the story of the cat, wherein this woman just locked this cat, and because of that the cat died, and how she was destined to hellfire just because of a cat. It doesn't really matter if you are praying Qiyamul Layl and 5-time prayers, fasting. Because of one small animal, you can end up in hellfire. So it's a serious thing now. So these rights were Rasulullah ﷺ, this is what Islam came about. It's not what you see in the media. Islam is all about bloodthirsty people, terrorism, going about killing. Rasulullah ﷺ even taught about small animals, how to be merciful to them. This is what Islam is all about.